Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about ChatGPT chatbot. It became quite famous after it got released on 30th November this year. It is built on the popular GPT-3 algorithm by OpenAI. Now, the ChatGPT produces human-like text in the chat, and its uses is quite broad in scope. Today we'll see, how smart product marketing managers use ChatGPT for their work and how they create interesting pieces of marketing copy. Now let me introduce Anas, who is a product marketing manager at Innoventsoft. We'll talk about ChatGPT and also take us through the use case of ChatGPT. Anas, can you please let us know about why ChatGPT is so trending nowadays?
Yeah, of course, Devasri. So, um, if people have already been on LinkedIn, there is a high chance that they have been exposed to ChatGPT and ChatGPT posts. So, people have been experimenting with it and creating all sorts of creative stuff. Today in the morning itself, I saw someone creating a poem on ChatGPT. It's about content
Wow.
marketing. So, I mean, the things that you can do with it is it's kind of limitless. Yeah, of course there are limits, but you know, it's actually interesting to see all that because if you remember, before ChatGPT, OpenAI came up with DALL-E, the AI where you can create your own create images using AI. So it's
Yes.
been making too much noise. Like it already surpassed the capability of a human, like winning some sort of competition and all that. So yeah, right after that, ChatGPT came and it became another just like a trending topic.
Fantastic. Can you show us how to use ChatGPT to create product marketing copy?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I've been kind of tinkering with it, so yeah, it's my kind of like my pleasure to do so. Let me
Yes,
share my screen.
sure.
So, for those who are very new to this topic, very new to ChatGPT, DAL-E, so it's all part of an organization called OpenAI. So let's go to OpenAI. So if you know nothing about OpenAI, just know that it's a body that conduct research, and what they do is bring out tools where AI is implemented, and they focus on how AI and its possibilities can be used for people worldwide. So the way you can log into ChatGPT is first of all, if like I said, if you're new to this, just go to OpenAI, and when you scroll down, you will see the featured. So there is ChatGPT, and the dial E2, uh, just like I told you now. There are a few more things. So we'll move into ChatGPT. So you will see all these things, how ChatGPT is optimized, how the language training model works and everything there. And you can see some samples. What all the things that you can do with it, and there is a whole lot of stuffs, and also there are the limits, things that you should keep in mind while trying ChatGPT and all those things. So you can just go through it later. So once you are in this, you can just click on try ChatGPT. It's because I've already logged in, it's going straight into the platform. So if you're new, you might want to create a new account using your Gmail ID and email ID and all that. So at first, when DAL-E came, there was a waiting period for you to get access to it. But now I think, if I'm not wrong, ChatGPT doesn't have any limitations like that. Maybe anyone can log into this and do the thing. So this
And
is the
I think
yeah
partly that's why it is quite famous because
yeah
there's
of
no waiting
course.
period and people can, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So anyone who has internet connection maybe can start using it now. So this is the basic landing page where you can see some examples, example commands that you can give, and then the capabilities. So one thing that I would say a new feature that I've seen, if I'm not wrong, this wasn't there when it first released, that it kind of memorizes the context. So once you provide a context, you don't have to repeat that again and again. So once a copy is made, you can ask follow up questions, and it will know the context, and it will give you appropriate reply. So that is something new that I've seen, if I'm not wrong. So that's a new thing. Allow users to provide follow up corrections also. You can ask follow up questions, and you can provide follow up corrections, and also it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. So before trying that, you just have a look at the limitations. The main thing is that the data that is fed into this is it's up to events 2021. So after 2021, so when you are trying to ask something that is relatively new, there is a high chance that it might be a bit, you might get information that's a bit outdated. So I encountered
Right.
something similar to this because I was asking how to, do data validation in Google Sheets, and the thing that it showed didn't make any sense because the options that it gave me some steps to follow how to do data validation, but when I tried it, there was no options like that because the
Right.
Google Sheets have changed, Google Docs have changed, so everything. So you might want to keep this in mind. So without human assistant, it's not going to be, you won't have a ship ready copy when you use it. Always human intervention is needed, always. So that's the basic stuff. So let me show you how to an example how you can create a marketing copy for this. So for example, let's say that we are going to create a webinar. So for a webinar, you might need a landing page, and a landing page there has a form, there is certain amount of copy, and then once those who register will be, you know, setting up email flows for them, like thank you email, and then reminding them about the time of the webinar and everything like that. So let's start by creating a landing page copy for a hypothetical webinar. So create a landing page copy for the webinar title. So the title, yeah, content marketing, um, content marketing trends 2023. So let's see. Just like someone is typing you the answer.
This is like wow.
Yeah.
Marketers
So
do not need to create anything from scratch.
yeah, exactly. They already have something to work with always. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of editing is needed for sure. But look at this. It's just plain and simple, all these things, all the things that we might discuss. So all these things we might want to give more information about the inputs that we are going to give. So sign up now to reserve your spot. The CTA is also there, and everything is there. So that's it. That's the website landing page copy. Now we can, so instead of reminding it again about the context, we can just start by typing in something like, now create an invitation email that I can send to my email list. Invitation email for the webinar. So that's it.
Great. And
Yeah,
this is contextual too, to your
yeah,
previous chat. Okay,
yes. You see, webinar details.
this is
All I need to
nice.
do is copy this, insert the date and name, and insert the duration, and just done. So this is, something. Uh, yeah, when I tried it, it actually gave me the subject line also. So it also gave the subject line and everything. I don't know what's happening now, but yeah, it worked like that. So everything is there. So now, for someone who, let's just say, who typed in their information and submitted the form, let's say now create a thank you mail for those who registered for the webinar. See,
Wow.
so look at this. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach us. We are helping. So everything is just like a plug and play system,
Right.
and
And
everything will
and
be there.
one quick question, Anas.
Mm-hmm.
This is usually a persistent question marketers ask themselves about grammatical errors.
Yeah.
So do you think that the copy that the Chat GPT produces
Mm-hmm.
is grammatically correct all the time, or you have seen sometime a little bit of errors somewhere?
Yeah, as of now, I tried with multiple copy, and I tried, whenever I have some questions, I tried it on this, just to, get myself comfortable with how to use this stuff. And yeah, actually, I didn't see much errors when it comes, especially when it comes to grammar. And yeah, the copy were fine, but like I said, human intervention is necessary and it needed. Like we cannot, ship this copy right away. We have to do manual editing. We have to do, add our own stuff. So grammatically, I think it's good, but editing editing part which we need to do. So there are a few things that we will need to be adding, removing, removing for fluff and redundancy, and so there is a high chance that the copy that you get from ChatGPT is full of fluff and redundancy. So you might want to remove them also. So yeah, grammar errors, I didn't see much, but editing part definitely needed.
Yeah, nice. And Anas, do you think there are other use cases of ChatGPT? I mean, that something that that comes to your
Yeah,
mind as a product marketing manager?
yeah. So maybe you can so as for copy, for as a product marketing manager, my job includes creating different type of copy, copy for demand gen, copy for something else, and there is always creating copy or creating content is something that we always do, even if we attend too many meetings, everything. Apart from that, apart from all that, creating copy is something we cannot live without. So as a product marketing manager, the first thing that the first very use case for this chat gpt is like is this help in creating content. So what I've encountered is that what I felt is that the time that it take me to create some form of copy, the time that I need to invest in thinking through and writing some piece of copy, that can be significantly reduced if you use a tool like this. So, for instance, we are not always staring into a blank screen. I know you might know what it feels like to stare into a blank screen. So, always, all the time, you have something to start working with. Of course, the human thought need to be there. Everything has to be there. But once you have some sort of idea about what you're going to do, you can just type it out and see what it's going to come up with. And most of the time you can start working with this. That's the idea I'm trying to convey.
So basically, there was general notion that Chat GPT, with every artificial intelligence algorithm, people think that it'll replace humans. and the notion is getting only stronger with ChatGPT. And do you think that do you have the same notion that it will replace human beings, for example, content writers or the marketers who are producing copies?
Yeah. So ever since ChatGPT came, all the
You
groups,
can say
ever.
yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say yes as of now. The the things that I've seen with this, I've seen some pretty amazing stuff. Some people are, like I said, creating poems and all that. It's not something that you usually do with any type of tools that you have in your tech stack. So that's what it has been creating the buzz. But like I said, it can be creative at times, and but I don't think it is going to replace human being, because like you've seen in every step of the way, it needs human intervention has to be there, because whatever you type in here, your command, the output is going to be as good as the command. So if you don't know what you are aiming at, if you don't exactly have the idea of what you're trying to do, then it will just give you a generic copy. In every in the search engine result pages, there are if it's a blog content that look exactly similar. So just try something like how to sleep in 5 minutes. You see, relax your muscle takes slow sleep. You can see that in every other copy on the net, on
Yes.
the internet. So
Yeah.
this is something, it can be very generic at times. So yeah, if you don't have a unique point of view, but yeah, that's the other thing that I want to mention. As for product marketing managers, and for them, and yeah, of course, for content marketing managers, every copy that's been created have to have the unique point of view of the company, of the product, of the problem that they are trying to solve. So that is something the chat gpt cannot replicate on its own. So that
Right.
I think so. Every other copy, every answer to the question is already there on the internet. So
Right.
how we are trying to stay apart from ourselves, creating a space of our own, is based on sharing our point of view, the company's point of view. There is always a strategic narrative to the problem that we are trying to solve, the solution that we are trying to implement, and the product that we are bringing into the market. So that kind of unique point of view, and the unique strategic narrative that every product marketing manager has, or every company has, that's missing from here. So if you don't exactly have the idea about all the things that you're going to convey, then you are going to end up with some basic generic stuff. So for those who are afraid about if ChatGPT is ever going to replace writers, I've seen this concern in many other different groups where content writers are there. What I would like to say to them is, if your copy look anything similar to like this, like generic stuff, then you have to be afraid, because who knows what the future version of this can do. So that's it.
Right.
And also the other thing that I see is that it has become somewhat like Google, right? So instead of typing on Google, you can just type it here and you'll get the answers. You don't have to scroll through multiple pages and everything. You don't have to see an ad. You are basically seeing the answer for yourself just by typing what you want to know. And also this option, there's regenerate response. You can uh, they will come up with a different response to the same question. So maybe Google is also working on something similar. Maybe we'll see something, a similar version of Google that is maybe much more capable and capable than ChatGPT. So yeah, that's my thought.
No, this was wonderful, conversation.
Yeah,
First of all, we understood that ChatGPT has some powerful functionality which can be quickly used by marketers to create many pieces of web copies.
yeah,
And then I think, of course, it does not replace human beings, but as you have mentioned, that it helps people, aid people to do the strategic narrative, which is very good thing. It elevates every individual's capability,
Yeah.
and it helps people to think, give,
The yeah,
allows room to
the
think.
time, especially the time saving part is very important, I guess.
Yes, that's quite important. And the next part, what was kind of really fascinating was it can provide you variations of the same content where you can
Yeah.
test it out with various customers.
Yes. Yes.
For example, titles, or be it a kind of subject, or be it a kind of complete whole piece of content. You
Yeah.
can kind of continuously make different variations and see which works. So good to kind of see the, how technology is really kind of transforming the marketing, not only in
Yeah.
B2C but also in B2B area.
Yeah.
Once again, thanks, Anas, for sharing all the benefits of ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and hope this was useful for our viewers. Uh, and use ChatGPT for your own benefit as a marketers, and
And be
stay
careful.
safe and happy holidays.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, and be careful. Like I said, there are too many limitations for this.
yes, exactly. There are too many limitations. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll wrap this conversation and see you in the new year. Bye bye.